What's up, Tribe Point 2.0 over here on my other channel? Welcome back to Really BTV. So, listen, I decided that I would drop some Black History Month gems as we go through the month. I'm not promising it's going to be one every day, but as I come across some interesting things that I think are like little known Black History facts, I figure I would bring them your way. And so today, I want to talk about Ella Fitzgerald. Now, for those of you who may or may not know who Ella Fitzgerald is, she was a pioneer in jazz. She was a had a beautiful voice and a beautiful woman. I came across this picture today. I'll show you guys the picture. And this is a picture of Ella Fitzgerald dressed in her Sunday's best, honey, with her mink stole. You see her, that's her with her head down. And the woman sitting next to her is her assistant, Georgina. Georgina she must have been making good money as an assistant, honey, because she got herself a mink stole as well. Now this picture from the from the view of the picture, they are in their Sunday's best, honey. And the only thing that sort of gives away that there's a problem here is the look on Ella's face. They are actually in jail. This picture was taken in jail. This was taken after they were arrested. Why, you say? For performing in front of an integrated crowd. So I found this article on I don't know why this thing is giving me a hard time. I'll do it this way. Okay. So I found this article on Tron blog.chron. I want to give credit. And this is talking about what happened. So the incident was the subject of a okay. I want to get to the right point. Fitzgerald, and also arrested on this day was Dizzy Gillespie, but he's not on this picture. He's not posted. We're performing in Houston at the Music Hall as part of Grant's Jazz and the Philharmonic Tour, which included other jazz legends like Buddy Rich, Oscar Peterson, so forth and so on. Now, two shows were scheduled that night. The raid took place before the end of the first concert. And this is directly from the newspaper as it was written up at that time. Vice Squad officers said three of the five, Dizzy Gillespie, Illinois Jacquet, and Georgina Henry, were actually crooning to the bones when police walked into Ella Fitzgerald's dressing room backstage in the music hall. Now, here's what they said. Okay. She was arrested for performing for an integrated crowd. But what her charge was shooting dice. So that's what they're talking about. They're talking about croning the bones. Like, people call dice, well, they call dominoes the bones too. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Miss Fitzgerald and show producer Norman Granz were just present in the backstage dressing room while the jazz show was going on in the music hall, the officer said. However, all were taken to the police station and charged. They posted the $10 bond. So the charge was different than what they were actually being arrested for. Of course, one finds it highly suspicious that the vice officer would bust the five of them on a night meant to show how smoothly Houston audiences could integrate. The vice officers weren't the only officers at the concert, as 8 other uniformed officers were hired to work security that night. In Gillespie's autobiography, Grant says one of the vice officers even threatened him during the raid after he accused the officer of trying to plant drugs on him in the bathroom. The next day, Police Chief Jack Harrell said officers were probably a little overzealous after going after the performers. We want to enforce the law, but common sense should apply. The charges were eventually dismissed. So that is the picture from that night. And again, that's Gantz. That's the organizer, the white guy right there. And he was specifically organizing, from what I read, he was specifically organizing this show to integrate. And like they said, to show how well the audiences could integrate. And remember, Texas, that's Texas. Deep South. Good old boys, for real, for real. So I just thought that was something that I learned today myself. I mean, and I just thought I'd bring it to you guys. So the charge, if you look it up, you'll see charges for Ella Fitzgerald gets arrested for rolling dice, because that's what the charge was. But it was really because they were trying to integrate the audiences, and you had black and white performers performing on the same bill, and they were trying to stop it from happening. That's your little known Black History fact for today. Talk to y'all later. Peace.